It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Eagles on EA Sports.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. direction. Now it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. Dancing away at the 35. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard into the 42. Going to try and throw on third down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and a tackling for just a short gain.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Allen now on first down. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. From the 45 on second down. Allen, this one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On second and 9, Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now on third and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on third and 2.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Let's go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. To throw, it's Allen. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Caught left side by Hilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run with Hall. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Ball again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They go play action with Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
From the 38, Wilson. And this is incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Wilson will throw again. Got a man open. It's Ross. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Damian Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on a give up the middle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On third down, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Grant. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is bad.
On third down, here's Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there. Here's Hall again.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Complete to Hilton.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing now is Allen.
He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 122 is the line to gain here on third down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down. Catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And taken down just shy of the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll drop this off for Davis. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
straight ahead is Hall.
Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now here's Ross. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
If you were going to choose a franchise back from the 2022 class, most figured it would be Breece Hall out of Iowa State, and he was a first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
They'll go again with Hall. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw, it's Allen. And the reception made by Green. But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
After the interception, here's Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Allen. And that's complete. It's Green here.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st down, Allen. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 36 yards. And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 29, Wilson. And Diggs has it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
On gain of 6. That's good. For Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try to run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Fielded at the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And now out come the Steelers. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. On 1st down, Wilson. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Wilson.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And caught, right side, Green.
Allen's pass complete to A.J. Green. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A handoff for Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He's going to let it fly. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Wilson.
That's good for an Eagles.
And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. This is caught. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Wilson. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Steelers, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.